All right, hey, hello everybody. So once again, welcome to Working Entrepreneurs. This is the Driven Latino, Carlos Alexander Ruiz. And yes, basically today we are going to focus in on a big major concepts, a couple of them that I'm surprised, and you'd be surprised how many business owners, marketers, entrepreneurs, working entrepreneurs that I speak with, coach, mentor, help, who are already working, already doing a business, already marketing, already in the work, and they don't know these different things, or they don't understand these certain things, or maybe they just haven't taken the time, or they didn't fully grasp it, or didn't get the right information, or who knows what or how it was it exactly that you're like in it, but you don't know these things, or you want to do some of these things but you don't fully understand these other aspects that go and play with it in regards to Facebook and Instagram and just overall certain core factors to get leads, to generate sales, to do those things. And a big part of it surrounded around paid advertising, right? There's a whole big misconception within paid advertising that's huge, that's really key to your success, to help you really have it work for you the first time, right? And so it's understanding those things so that way it even works better for you the second time, right? And you continue to build on that and grow on that. And so these are key concepts that are actual facts and strategies that work, which is why they're facts. And these are things that many people in the industry just understand at a core level. And some of you might be familiar with it when you watch certain training courses or who knows what. But I'm just surprised at how many business owners I help, I work with, working entrepreneurs, marketers, who just don't know these certain things, right? And so that's what this video is going to be based on, is going directly into all of that. And that's basically it. So right now I'm in the car, hands-free. Oh, my car drives itself. Not just playing. That basically, I live in Southern California. I'm headed to in the Inland Empire area. I'm originally from Los Angeles, but I'm headed right now to Fresno, California, the Central Valley. And I just have a good amount of time right now, so just figured to go ahead and just go live off the cuff and make this video. So here we go. We're just gonna jump right in. So, for starters, just to put this in context a bit more, normally the way this goes about is I'm talking to a brand new prospect, right? We're normally on the phone, right? We somehow connected online through some online plan or chat form of mine. And they booked an appointment with me over the phone. And the first 30 minutes of this call, typically, depending on what kind of appointment it is, but if it's someone who hey, I'm ready to, pay for services, for marketing services, and that's what I want to do. And so then we go into this conversation already knowing that, right? So typically I'll book out like a solid hour, and if it lasts that amount of time, basically the first 30 minutes of this conversation is just learning about their business, right? Learning just specific questions. Just, hey, I have this whole sheet, and I just basically go through it. Not all questions apply to everybody, but hey, what business are you in? I normally already know that, but just for whatever reason, if I happen not to, what's your industry? What's the main thing that you're looking to do right now in your business? How long have you been in it? Do you have an office? If so, where is your office located? How long have you been at that office? Do you have a team? Who does your team consist of, as in like what is their role in the company? Different things of that nature. We just really get all those specific details to just understand the makeup of their day-to-day, And from that, hey, do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook business page? So a lot of people use their personal page for business purposes. Do you have an Instagram, other social media sites? Which one do you notice you're getting most traffic on? Do you mainly generate sales online? Is your goal to generate sales online? Is it to generate leads and then be able to do a sale in person or over the phone for a service, right? If you were to say out of your services or out of your products, which one is the one that people most buy? Right? What's the one that people most buy? Which one is the most profitable? Right? And which one do you most want more of? And you'd be surprised, people don't always say it's the most profitable one. They want a certain one that actually just helps more. And it's not always the one that people buy most either. But a lot of times it is pretty good to just start with scaling the one that people buy the most, because it's already working, right? And so a lot of times people want to do something else that they have no clue if it even works at all. But yeah, these are just real questions, and obviously we do it more in a conversational dialogue. I'm just giving you guys one by one, and these are things that you get to look at for yourself, create your own little inventory. I definitely recommend doing that. Certainly, just put it on a page so you can see your assets that you have. It's good to see, hey, here's our assets, our strengths that we have. And so, yeah, from there I ask, this is a big one. It's a really big one, and this is where a lot of the surprise comes into play. A lot of it. It's a huge question. Are you familiar with the pixel? Are you familiar with the pixel, right? You might be watching this like, yeah, right? You might be watching this like, we're like the pixels on the phone, like on your screen. That's literally the question I get asked by so many business owners, working entrepreneurs, marketers. They're like, the pixels on my phone, like on the screen. And so it's like, no, there's something called the Facebook pixel. And then sometimes when I say that, they're like, oh, I've heard of it, but not, I don't really know, right? And some people, they're just still like, no, right? And so that's why I just ask, are you familiar with the pixel? Because if you are, you are. Because when I ask certain people who know, they're like, yeah, you're talking about the Facebook pixel, or like the pixel to track and convert and things like that, right? So that's a huge, big question, and then we're gonna get real detailistic into that in this video, right? So, pardon, it's been really cold, so if you guys saw in my videos yesterday, like I'm all sweatered up and everything, and it's been raining, you know, all these days of March 5th, 6th, 7th here in 2019, Southern California. I know the rest of the Americas, like even snowing much more. But yeah, so there's that on the pixel. Just to know, I ask, have you run paid advertisements before? If you have, on what platform did you run them, right? So did you run paid advertisement on Facebook? If so, what results did you get, right? How many times, this is a big one, how many times did you do it? How many times did you run paid ads? How many times did you run ads on Facebook, right? And from that, here's another big key major factor that I hear a lot, which is they just run once, or they run none, 0 times, or just once. And they're like, I did it and nothing happened, and then, you know, like, so I just stopped doing it, you know? And so that's the main thing that I hear from the majority of all business owners, working entrepreneurs, and marketers, that they're like, I just didn't do it, you know, or I did and I didn't get anything from it, so I didn't do it again. And that's a big, huge thing where I think, or what I've gotten more from like just talking and helping, coaching so many different just business owners or working entrepreneurs, is that they go into it with a misunderstanding, which is why they only do it once. And that's a big key of what we're going to talk about in this video, right? And then from there, we get into other parts, you know, going through the questionnaire. And normally, depending on what it is that they've said, other questions come up, and then we go through that. So these are a bunch of questions for you to ask yourself in your business about you and your team and your office and your sales and your sites and those things, right? Another one is, do you have your sites all connected to each other, right? Like, do they all lead to one another, right? And it isn't always just the buttons at the bottom. Sometimes you want different ways of being able to flood people to a certain page from this page, And then from that one, you may specifically want them to only go to this next one because of how it flows, right? So you got to think of the flow, the user experience. And so, those different things. Another one is just, hey, do you build your website, or is your website a company-generated link, right? Because a lot of times people use links that they're given to from their company where they don't really have control of. And so they'll say, well, my company builds it and it's already done for me, so I don't have to do anything, right? But then it's not converting for them the way that they would like it to, right? Like, it's great, your company's helping you out with that, but it's your business. Take responsibility for making your business better, right? And that's one huge thing that I have in this industry, just overall, of like being a business owner, entrepreneur. It's like, there's this huge, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm gonna chill and just watch money come in. And it's like, are stuff like that possible? Yes, right? Can you create these influxes? Yes, right? But you gotta work, period. Every super successful person, they're like, there's no get around to working. There's no shortcut. You gotta work, right? Especially if you wanna get to those next levels. Okay, you did something great. Now for the next level, you gotta work again, right? So yeah, so even if you have company generated links, this applies to you. You should look at building pages for your links, whether it's a front page that leads people to that page so it helps you convert better once people get to that page that was already built for you. We see that working really great. Or if it's just building it from scratch all over again, even if you already have links that are pre-generated for you. Even if you already have pre-generated links and websites that are already built for you. I'm telling you, it's a huge key factor. Take control of your business. So I always ask people that. And if they're building it themselves, hey, what platform do you use? Do you do it yourself? Or do you have somebody building it for you? All those different things, right? And so, again, more questions can come up depending on our conversation, and it's more of a dialogue conversation that we're having. They're explaining things to me and all that stuff, and other things come up, and it's like, oh, hey, this or that, whatever it is. We ask more questions on that, but right now I'm just giving you straight questions, right? And just think about those for you and yourself and your business. From there, then we start getting into educating, informating them about, hey, these different ways of utilizing tools for online digital marketing in their business, right? And so from that, basically, we start off with a few key concepts. On those is, and really quick, I tailor it also depending onto their business, right? So since I tailor it depending onto their business and their answers of what they mentioned that they have done, haven't done, and whatever it is that they gave of information of their business, that's their facts, their reality, I tailor it to them. So then this right here, what I'm gonna do right now is gonna be like as if they're kind of blank, right? Maybe they have something, but they're pretty blank, just don't have much, of all the different areas that I mentioned, either at all or working for them or connected, or maybe they ran an ad once. I run that into that a lot, actually. We ran an ad once and nothing happened, so let's just kind of use that scenario. But overall, they're kind of blank in the whole online digital space. They may have a page, they may have a website, but it's their main business is still face-to-face with human beings in person, or just banging out phone calls, and that's basically it. Just people who they know, it's mainly all in-person based or traditional ways of business, right? Which is perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with that. That's how traditional ways of business works, because it works for a reason. We all enjoy human interaction, and so So to some extent or another, even if you think you're somebody who's like, F human interaction, I don't like it, I don't want it, I don't like people, right? At some extent, you like certain kind of people only in your life, right? And so, so I'm gonna everything I'm explaining right now, I just figured to mention that before I started saying it, that it's just gonna be based off of that they're kind of blank. Maybe they just ran an ad, got nothing really, just they're pretty blank, maybe have a website, whatever, right? So, with that being said, I start off in the beginning with traffic, right? And I let them know, hey, the main things that we focus on are the main key players in the market. So we understand there's a bunch of different platforms, like a whole bunch of different platforms. And sometimes people ask me about completely other platforms that, hardly anyone's on, like, or maybe they're building, like Alignable, just to throw one out there. And it's so, I'm saying that it can't work, but we focus on the main key players in the market, the main key platforms where the majority of everybody is, the main key platforms where it's tested, proven results that you can do X, Y, Z, and you will get results from it. We focus in on the main major aspects. So that's one thing I always let them know, just in regards to platforms. So those platforms, they are Google, they are Facebook, they are YouTube, they are Instagram, right? Twitter, yes, it's huge, and Snapchat, and LinkedIn is actually now, not now, it's been, but it also depends on their business, But overall, it's still great. But those are the main ones we focus on, right? Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And also, depending on their personality and the way they do their business, there's certain ones that tend to work best for them. And so a lot of the times we do begin with Facebook, right? We do begin with Facebook, with Instagram, and with Google. Those are the three main ones. And I always push people into YouTube because it's great. But yeah, let's just say, for instance, the majority of where we start off with is usually Facebook, right? It's normally like the easiest, least resistance method, platform of getting in and just getting customers, getting leads, right? So from that, we then just start explaining to them paid advertising. So basically within that, the thing that is huge is when you're doing paid advertising, the way that it works, and some of you might already be familiar with this, but if you happen to not be, or even if you kind of are but not 100%, this would be a good, just refresher and like detailistic aspect. So there's that. And so it's you run a campaign, right? A campaign is just a language that's used on Facebook when you run an advertisement. And that advertisement, what you do is it says, your offer that you're offering to the marketplace, and within that, what you do is you create ad sets, and these ad sets are essentially targets, right? Where you get to pick specifically who it is you want to target. So let's say for your specific industry, you want to target men in their 40s who are married and have children and been working at the same place for at least 2 years to 5, right? Or maybe for you, it's women who are in their 40s and 30s who are married with kids working at the same place for 2 to 5 years, right? That's just a generic example. And so from that, you basically build out 8 other ad sets. So now you have total of 10 ad sets, 10 targets. And these targets, these ad sets, as you market out to them, you're gonna start to get back information where it'll tell you, hey, you know what? Out of these 10 ad sets, these 6 suck. It didn't work, right? Now, out of these other 4, 2 of them, pretty good, but these other 2, those actually gave really good results, right? And so from that, we can even put these 2 aside and we can focus in on these 2 right here and just zero in on those, right? And from that, what we could do is we can even take these 2 and put them into one ad set, so that we combine them. Or we can even take all 4 and put them together, right? And sometimes when you do that, it actually works less. So you're like, oh snap, damn, it didn't work. So then that's part of testing the market. You want to continue to test the market, right? That's a huge, huge thing. You want to test the market. So go into it with an understanding of you're testing the market. You're not going in expecting money, expecting leads, expecting rich, right? Off the bat, you're going in expecting test and seeing what results you get, right? Because whether you get a bad result, a good result, it's just a result. And from there, then you tweak it and you refine it and you prove that result, right? And so that's just the way of life. And so it's huge online that you test and you go in with that understanding. And so from that, basically, let's say out of those two that you start to zero in on, you start to now really see, okay, you know what, that's working for me. What are other key traits or qualities of this human being that will work really great? And then from that, you start to test other aspects. You see some don't work, some do. And then really once you create that winning ad set, right? That winning advertisement combined with that winning ad set where you know that you put X amount of dollars in and you get X amount of dollars out. Like, you know that. Like, hey, I'm putting this much in, I get this much out, right? Then from there, you get an actual cost per acquisition. Cost to acquire a client. And that's what you're after in the beginning. You want to understand and know what is your cost to acquire a client. How much is it going to cost me to get somebody to buy from me, to pay me for my product, for my service, for my whatever it is that I do? How much does it cost for me to do that, right? Now, once you understand that, your then goal is to lower that cost to acquire a client, right? Because now once you kind of have it dialed in, you're like, how can I just improve that, right? How can I lower the cost to acquire my client? And so that's your metric that you're going for. That's your goal in mind, is to get that metric, to understand that. And so in the beginning, it's just pure testing, right? And so there's the understanding to go in with. Now, from that ad set, that winning ad set that you created, now what you do, you have a winning ad set, and what you want to do is now you want to create a second one, right? So you have one winning, it's going for you, it's flowing, it's doing. Now you want to create a second one. So now you go back into test mode again to create a second one. And now the same thing, you want to find another second winning ad set, whether it's your same product, same service, or a different one. And you want to create a winning ad set for that one. For now you know that, hey, when I put ads out on this thing to sell either the same thing or a different product or service or however, this is how much I put in, this is how much I got out. So now you have one winning ad set. Now you have two winning ad sets. And you build another one and another one, right? And that's how you build and scale your business, right? And so there's that understanding that you go in with to test, to then really get your ideal clientele to, and your cost to acquire a client. That's your metric. So from there, what are some of the things behind that help you do that, right? Because that's just an understanding. Now what are some of like the actual tools and mechanisms to do it, right? And so this is a big major part. Two major parts. When we are on Facebook, what does Facebook do, right? It knows your information. It knows a lot about you. It knows a lot about me. It knows a lot about all of us, right? It knows where we live. It knows what we like to do. It knows what we're interested in. It knows where we were when we let them know, or just if you had location settings on in general, if you allowed Facebook the permission for location settings. So then that means even if you're not purposefully sharing your location or have it turned on, your navigation settings, it still has your overall location of where you are, where you've been, where you go, what do you do, right? So that's just one example of many different things of how they have data on us, on our day-to-day lives. And from there, that's a big, huge part of what makes them and Google. Because what does Google do? Google knows what, where, when, how, who, all these things about us. And both of these companies are huge companies, and they're free. They're free. And that's what's made them huge companies. being free. And so from that, where they make their money, their business for Google and Facebook and these free platforms is in our information. They sell our information by either directly selling it off and or allowing people to advertise directly to us. And that's why these are billion-dollar companies, because the customer is us, right? And so from that, we get to utilize that free information service, and we pay them to target it for who we want to go after. Now that might be like, oh, I kind of knew that, but I mean, if you really allow that to just digest, they're billion-dollar companies and they're free. They make their money by allowing people to target us. So they have the information and they give us tools to do it. And this is where the pixel comes into play. So the whole thing that these companies are doing, because when a company is bought out by another company, they are not bought out because of the fact that the software is so hard to build, right? So like when Facebook bought Instagram, they did not buy Instagram because Instagram is so hard of a software to build. Facebook bought Instagram because of their customer base, because of the data that they have, the database that they want. When WhatsApp got bought out for 9 billion, whatever it was, they got bought out not because WhatsApp is such a hard software messaging platform to create. They got bought out because of their data, the database that they wanted from them. That database are humans, us, you and I, all of us, right? And so when you are building your business, what you want to do is build your database. Your data for your company is what you want to build, is data, right? So by you building data for your company, your database, that's what makes you valuable as a business, immediately and long term. And from that, with your pixel, it helps you build your data. So your pixel is a piece of code that you can easily get, and you put it implant it into your websites, and you can implant it on more than just the page. Here's a part that a lot of people don't know. There's a bunch of different pixels. You can have a bunch of different pixels on one web page, and what it'll do is you can have a pixel for a button. So who's clicking this button? Who's clicking that button? Who's clicking this picture? Who's clicking that picture? Who's clicking what on my website? And that way you get to see what's working, what's not. And it gives you a whole different insight on what people actually care about, because you're testing the market and you're analyzing the information, right? You're looking at it like, oh, that's what they like. Shit, I thought they were gonna want this. They want that. If that's what they're clicking on, man, I should make that like a link to a product or something, because that doesn't take them anywhere. It's just a picture, just opens up. But I want that picture to actually lead them into this, right? So there's that. And so the pixel, it goes far beyond what you get with just an email. So an email gives you, just an email, a name maybe, a lot of times if you get like an email, name, phone number, those are mainly the majority of leads, right? But your pixel really breaks down the human being that we are. So hey, me, Carlos, I'm this age, I live in this city, I have this kind of experience and work experience. I buy these kind of things. I like these kind of sports. All these different things, right? And it knows that about you because there's been pixels used on you, whether you know it or not. So, for example, a very brief one is when you research something and then now you see it popping up all over the place for you. Like it's following you, right? Like, hey, we saw you look for this. We saw you wanted this. We saw you're interested in this. You want to buy this still? Like, hey, you look at this, right? We know you want it. You want to buy it. And so the thing is, that's a pixel working on you. And there's many, many more examples of that. So with the pixel, you get to build your database on top of building the email lists and the phone numbers and the names, right? You build a human profile to go along with that. And so that's what your pixel does. And when you begin running ads, your purpose is to test the marketplace and build your database. That's what you want to do, is test the market, find out what works, what do they want, what do they respond to, and build your database of information. So immediately and long term, you are definitely more profitable. Then from there, you now target that information, your database. Once you have it, you target it and 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 target it, because now you have it, because now you have free traffic. You have free traffic forever. You have free traffic. So as you have this free traffic forever, you can always target it again and again forever. As long as they, don't unsubscribe from your thing. So that's where you love on them. You treat them good. You treat them great. You show them, hey, I really want to give you good shit so that you can really get good value out of our business, helping the wazoo out of you, because I want you to stick around. I want you to pay me more money. So for you to pay me more money, I got to really help you. Like really help you a lot, And so that's where that fanatical, customer base comes from. And so there's that. And basically, beginning aspect, I get all working entrepreneurs and individuals to understand, business owners, marketers, is test and database, right? From there, now what does testing cost, right? What does it look like as a cost to you? So basically, that cost to you, for example, is normally best beginning at $5 a day. And you do that per ad set. So that ends up with 10 ad sets, same example, being $50 a day. You do that for 5 days, that's $250 a week. You do that for 4 weeks, 1 month, that's $1,000 a month, right? And so it adds up. And that right there is just test money, right? Now, it's not to say you're not going to generate leads, you're not going to generate sales. You are going to generate leads and sales. I mean, unless, who knows what, but like I've always generated leads and sales, and like, you're going to generate leads and sales. And so, it's very rare that people spend $1,000 like you're going to generate leads and sales. But you want to go based off of that, where like you do it in 1 week increments. So week 1, you tested those 10 ad sets that you did for $250 a week for that 5 days that you did. It doesn't have to be 5 days. You can spread it out over the 7, however, right? But that's like a good way of doing it. So like, let's say Tuesday through Saturday, right? And basically, like from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. on Saturday. 12 a.m. Tuesday to 11:59 p.m. Saturday. So like you get full Tuesday to Saturday. And that's like a really good 5-day target to hit right there. And then from that, you then analyze that, Sunday, Monday, right? Create brand new ad sets and you update who you're targeting week 2. So now you improved it. You enhanced it because you already got data, you already got a database, you already got information, you already got test results. Now you analyze that data, that test results, that information, and then you retarget that by saying, hey, what didn't work? Let me X that out. What did work? Let me zero in on that. Now, what else do I think that can work? Let me test that out. And you keep building on it in week 2. So you improved it. And then from there, you do the same thing again on week 3. You analyze the database that you now got, the test results that you now got, and you do that again in week 2 for week 3. And you do the same thing again after you do it all through week 3. Test, analyze, adjust, and improve for week 4. And you'll notice that you're gonna get better and better results, right? You'll notice it works for you. You'll notice even sometimes, hey, that it didn't work as good on second week. Maybe you changed something. Because sometimes if you're not familiar with how to use that stuff in there, it may not work as good for you, right? So basically, that's where the testing is so key, understanding that that's what you're doing. And so that's the expectation, the results to go in with. But it's very likely you're going to generate leads and you're going to generate sales. Now, the reason why it's good to go in with that expectation is because what happens a lot of times, people don't use these sciences to success with Facebook ads. And from that, they do whatever they do and they're like, it didn't work. I wasn't rich. Where was the money falling from the ceiling on my head, just raining on me in my office, in my house, in my room? It wasn't there. It wasn't raining on me. I didn't have cash falling on me all over the place. I wasn't rich. I wasn't balling all of a sudden. I wasn't an internet billionaire. Like, what happened? It doesn't work. F this stuff. It's lame, And that's it. And they drop it. And so you hear so many people say, hey, don't be that person who says you tried Facebook ads and then it didn't work. So then you stop doing it, right? You really got to be committed to, hey, I'm doing this thing until I figure it out and I make it work, period, right? So there's that. And so, yeah. Now, the next thing, now we're going to a different topic now. We're shifting gears. And so really quick, if you guys are still watching this, comment down below just any questions, specific questions that you have of any kind, just questions, comments, information, whatever, I'd love to hear from you, love to interact with you. Just go ahead and just question, feel free, question. If any of you guys know the answers as well, like feel free to answer people's questions. This is a group thing. Working entrepreneurs we're working. And a lot of times we can help each other. We can benefit each other because we know stuff, So if you can help someone else's question, if I may not be able to, because I may not be able to get to everybody's question in time or however, just answer those questions, for people if you think, and I'll still chime in wherever I can. If I see it's pretty answered well, I'll just leave it as is, because I know I'm talking to a bunch of smart human beings because as working entrepreneurs, we're creative. Whether you think you're not, like just the fact that you chose to be a business owner or working entrepreneur, like you're creative. And so your creativity may be in certain powers and certain strengths, but yeah, you're creative. And so ask questions. I'd love to interact with everybody, all of you. Just ask questions, comments, whatever. A statement, a joke. If you want, just put a joke. I always love it when people are just laughter in the room, you know what I mean? Just good energy, just like contagious, like they make you smile. You're just like, man, just come around, just be around. It's just funny, So yeah, if that's you, please be you. you know? And yeah, it's basically that. So now we're going to switch topics right now because I do want to know what questions you guys have in regards to everything we just covered. Just ask away. I really do want to know. And there's going to be more on all this stuff, but just ask away. And so there's that. And then from here, we're going to get into another topic. So one moment, I'm just going to take a drink of water. Right? Yeah. All right. So for anybody who knows me in person, man, or whoever will get to know me in person, I'm just like a hype guy. I'm just like whatever. I'm a hype guy. It's like I like having fun. I believe that we can have fun in what we do day to day. Like I'm literally just like I'll be like you know, that's just like a natural thing. I'm big on sports, so I think that's where I get it from. Just like, you know, in sports, you beat somebody up, you mash someone down, you stopped them, you locked them down, you scored on them, you won the game, you hit the game winner, you did whatever you did. You're like, get off the court, you know, walk out of my field, you know. And so all of you who play sports, like, you know that it's like fuck yeah, I whooped your ass, and what, you know. And so I'm big on sports. So if you guys are a sports fan, go ahead and comment down below, just like a fist, you know, just sports. You know, you can just hashtag sports, right? And even if you're not into sports, no worries. You know, it's all good. It's just if you're into physical fitness, whatever it is that gets you revved up, you know. I'm just physical fitness and activities is it's just a thing. So yeah. All right. So. Other tools to work with Facebook, to work with Google, to work with YouTube, to work with Instagram, to work with these platforms that have all of us on them. Pardon. Water came back up. When you are on Google, what does Google do? It takes you off Google, right? What makes Google so special is that it takes you off Google, right? And because it takes you off Google, that's what makes Google so special. Because think about it. What do? You push on your phone the little microphone and you say, burgers nearby. Just throwing something out there, just food, right? If you're out late night, food 24/7, right? I need to eat, right? I'm a big food guy too. I'm definitely a foodie for sure. Or whatever it is you search for. When you search for that thing, when you're like, Siri, look for Siri, find Siri, whatever you say to Siri, and Google finds it. Or if you have Android and you're like, okay, Google, right? Or Alexa, or whatever it is that you say, and Google is the driving force behind that, helping it, right? Or if you just type it into your phone, whatever you Google search, once you find it, you click on it, and it takes you off Google to that thing that you're looking for, to that website, right? To that funnel, because it's funneling you some way, somehow. It's not taking you to what you want to see, to what you were looking for. It takes you off Google. And so that's what's so special about Google and Facebook and all of these platforms, is you want to take people off Facebook. Because once you get them off Facebook, they're no longer in that blue bar in the top at the bottom, knowing that they're on Facebook, with the little blue Facebook icon in the top left hand corner, or Google icon, or Gmail bar because they're in their Gmail account, right? The red bar at top and the bottom. It's out of that. So because of the fact that it's out of that, they're in your realm. They're in your zone for you to help them with what you're helping them with, what they're looking for. And so from that, it helps you better help them because of the fact that they're not focused on going back to scrolling, going back to wherever they were on, or being distracted by something else. They're now in your realm, your zone, to help them. And that's where the world is yours, right? And so from that, that's where you get to use key factors to really help people move forward with what you want them to do. Now, are you familiar with Clickfunnels? Some of you already are familiar with Clickfunnels. Some of you aren't. If you've already watched some of the videos, I think the second video, but like the main video after the announcement introduction video in this page, then you're familiar with Clickfunnels. If you haven't, go watch that. I'm showing you things on Clickfunnels website about them and just what you get, just so much. And so from that, there are other platforms to build websites. You know, companies that have been around, WordPress, Wix, Shopify, many different ones. And yes, you can get results with different platforms because yes, you can. Now, I choose to follow certain methodologies because I understand there's many different platforms, but I'm following big winners who are choosing to use Clickfunnels because of the fact that they have proven results of higher conversion rates across the industry-wide, platform to platform, side by side, more driven, proven conversions of leads and sales, period. And based off of that data, just like Facebook and Google are the two largest platforms, based off of where the main people have proven results is where you have proven results as well for you and your business, and have worked on you, whether you know it or not, or like it or not, or consciously have been enjoying it. So there's a big part where it's like, hey, do what everyone else is not doing, right? Yes, there's a part of that as well. But then there's also a part where it's like, hey, do what works, period. Because it works. Like how when you hear evergreen, evergreen is evergreen because it is evergreen, forever green, always lush, always good, always ripe, always food, always fruit, always nutrients, always good there for you, for us. It is always green. It is evergreen, forever green, right? And so those are different niches and different industries that are evergreen, right? When you normally hear of it, but there are tactics, sciences of strategies that you can use that are evergreen. That's why they say marketing applies industry-wide, right? There's principles that you can apply to any industry and it'll work. Obviously, you can tweak certain aspects of certain industries to work better, right? But one of the main key things that works industry-wide is testing, is feedback, getting feedback, right? So there's that. Now, taking people off Google, taking people off Facebook, because once you do that, they're no longer focused on scrolling or distracted by something else. They're in your zone, in your realm, where it's now your world. We choose to utilize Clickfunnels. And by utilizing Clickfunnels, what we're going to speak on is more just the things that you get to use, that you get to implement, that you get to do through using Clickfunnels. And so one of them, you know how when you're on a website and it makes you want to click on the next page, right? Like it makes you want to click on the button, right? Like it makes you want to, you know, watch the video. It makes you want to, you know, sign up for the webinar, right? And you know how when you feel that way, that's Clickfunnels. And from that, you know how when you want to register for a webinar and all of a sudden it hits you and it's like, oh shit, the webinar is starting in 1 hour, in 30 minutes, in 10 minutes, right now. You're like, oh shit, do I got time? Can I do this? Can I watch this right now? Oh snap, I know it's gonna be right now, right? That's Clickfunnels. And so the thing is, I'm gonna do like a big industry spoiler right now, maybe for some of you, because as much as, you know, some of you who hear this are gonna be like, duh, doesn't everybody know that? I speak to so many people and they're like, no way, I didn't know that shit, you know, and they would think like, no wonder, because that tripped me out. I was watching it at night. I was like, how is it daytime where she's recording this? I was like, what country is she in? Right? And so, yeah, when that time set, you can do a live webinar. Yes, you can, where it's live automatically on the spot. It is live. But majority of webinars are automated webinars. So you do the recording just like this video here right now. And then from that, what happens is you just set a timer so that when anybody gets to that webpage to register for the webinar, it'll automatically give them a countdown clock that says the time you chose. So that feeling that you get when you want to click on the next page and you want to watch the next video and you want to register for the webinar, then you're like, oh dang, again, I watch it right now. And somehow we find ways and times to watch all these webinars, right? That's Clickfunnels. That's the magic of Clickfunnels that's using and working on and with you, that you now get to utilize for your business. That alone, that feeling, imagine that feeling others have with your business. They have this feeling of excitement with your business, right? That is magic power right there. And there's a science to magic power. And so literally that's what wizards have always been, are scientists. And so, yeah, from that, other aspects that it give you are the autoresponders. A lot of people are familiar with that. So as soon as you opt in, sends you an email right now, sends you an email later on, sends you an email tomorrow, sends you an email the next day, next week, all that, right? And so a lot of people don't know, as much as some of you might think everybody knows this, but as I talk to people, there's people who just, business owners, working entrepreneurs, marketers, they don't have it down packed, this part yet, or at least the understanding of it, is that we've all heard this saying, the fortune is in the follow-up, right? The fortune is in the follow-up. And so from that, with emails, the fortune is in the follow-up. So the larger your email list, your database, as you broadcast out an email to them and you give them good value and you ask them what they want and what they need and how you can help them better and serve them better and what are they looking for and what else would they like and just different things, different color, different way, different time, different service. From that, they'll start to tell you and you'll start to be able to give them exactly what they want. They'll say, hey, take my money, you know? And then that's where you start to really blow up a business. As you learn those aspects through the emails is where you continuously make more and more money long term because they're already your customers, they're already your clients, right? You have the information for free. You don't need to pay Facebook or Google or YouTube for an ad again. You already have their information. So email is huge. Now they have something called Actionetics that does a whole lot more, where it essentially is like with the pixel and with the email, it finds where else have they used this email. Do they use it on another social media platform? Do they use it on these other platforms, on these other, Google, on Pinterest, on whatever else? How many followers do they have associated to that business page that this email is used with? So that if it has a whole bunch of followers, then you're going to want to treat them differently. So now it's letting you know, hey, this is somebody of like high influence, high status, who you either treat a certain way or offer a different kind of offer because they're a certain higher level of person, right? Or business owner or whatever. And so those things help you. And that way you could target them better. How much have they interacted with your sales, with your processes, with your pages, with your different things? It gives you all these different things, and it works up a score. And it says, hey, they're a 74%, I forget the word, but actioner, pretty much, where action score is what it is, that they have. And you see who has that action score, what kind of traits do they have. So that's a whole nother just feature that's amazing, that it's essentially a Google, a Facebook in its own, which is what Clickfunnels is doing. That's huge. So that's huge, just that alone. They're helping you build your database, and they're helping you test beyond just the pages. So there's that. Now, from there, basically, other things that they do is, for example, do you ever want to work with people who you are able to give a referral to for them sending you business, right? Like, hey, we could partner up, we should work together, and you should send me business, and by you sending me business, I'll give you this amount, right? I'm sure some of you have already done that, some of you are currently doing that, and some of you want to do that or want to do that more, right? It's a great way to do business. I've done it so many times. It works. Now, what Clickfunnels does for you is they have an affiliate backpack. What it's called is backpack. The way that it works like this. You may already know what an affiliate offer is. If you don't, I'm just going to recap. Let's just say you sold something for Nike. You sold it on your website. It's called yourwebsite.com, and somebody bought Nike shoes on yourwebsite.com, and Nike sold it basically. Let me rephrase that. You sold it, Nike shipped it. Nike shipped it to them. They do the customer service to them. If they need a refund, they refund it with Nike, all that stuff, right? All you did was just generate the sale. And by doing that, you got a commission. You got a piece of however much it is that they bought it for, right? And that's affiliate marketing, which is the same thing as a referral fee. Hey, if you send me a client, then I'll pay you this amount. With Clickfunnels, what you could do is you could say, hey, all right, I'm going to give an example that works good in my business. My main business has been real estate. So it's a tougher to scale business because it's leads for a service. It isn't like pay me now. And so let's say I work with somebody who does credit repair. And we get clients who have credit repair needs because their credit is bad. What we do is we refer them to this credit person, our credit expert, and then once the client says, yeah, I'm ready to move forward, let's go, they just basically have them pay through the link, which is a genius thing to do for everyone. Think about it. Instead of needing to set up a payment processing service where you need to have a machine, or there's a bunch of apps that work like, hey, Venmo, PayPal, different things, right? But if you can just send someone a link that just says, pay here for this thing you're buying from me, this service you're paying me for, and you can just text it to them right then and there on the spot, whether you're on the phone or in person or over or online, and it just says, whatever you guys just talked about, and they can just, basically click the button, start putting their credit card information and just buy. That's huge. That just makes it easier for people to buy from you. And so the easier you make it for people, the better for everyone. And so from that, the credit repair expert in my scenario with real estate, they have a link that they just text the person or just put it up on the computer if they're right there with them, and they just have them pay right then and there. Do you have your card on you? Okay, yeah, great. And they just do it right then and there, and that's pretty much it, right? And so that's basically that. And from that, when they pay through that link, what happens is there's an automatic referral fee that gets paid out to me. And that automatic referral fee that gets paid out to me is something that they don't have to now afterwards go and manually pay me, Venmo me, PayPal me, Zelle through the bank app me, nothing like that. I don't have to follow up with them, call them, say, hey, whatever, text them, look for my money, nothing like that. It'll just automatically happen instantly without any say-so from them or me or anyone, and neither one of us have to worry about accounting or billing. It just works. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. So now you can create partnerships with people where you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna create this partnership with you, and by you sending me a client, every time that this client signs up for our service or pays or whatever, they're gonna do it through this link that's associated directly with you, and you're gonna get this amount, and so that way you don't even have to worry about me sending you the money. It's just gonna automatically pay you. People are gonna be like, all right, for sure. I don't have to chase you for my money. It's just an automatic thing. And you can even show it to them. You guys can even do a test run. We just do it like for $5 or whatever, and $250 goes to them, just so they could see it. It's just that it works. Like, oh shit, it works. Well, yeah, let me start sending you clients then, right? Because it's gonna automatically go out to me. And there's that. And so you build trust, you build rapport with people, and it just works. And that is a huge deal with what Clickfunnels gives you. And so normally all these different things, you need different platforms, different softwares, different logins into different things to do all these different areas of business. And with Clickfunnels, you get to just log in to one website and do it all for your business. That's huge. And there's more. So from that, the other areas are, they're building this pipeline, and that's what it's called, pipeline with a Y. And it's gonna work beautifully with Actionetics, where Actionetics is like a pipeline, very much, but they're going to the next level by creating a CRM, a client relationship management tool built in with your autoresponder, built in with your affiliate programs, built in with your automated webinars, built in with your landing pages, lead capture pages, sales funnels, and everything that you use as websites to get leads, sales, clients, generate business, book appointments, built in to your CRM. Built in. That's nuts. That's nuts. No other place gives you all of that. It's built in. And then from there, you can also, and if you're not totally familiar with the CRM, it gives you like, hey, we talked about this. They did this. They're not ready for this. They want this. On this day and time, we're gonna follow up. Here's what they bought, but they couldn't buy this because of right? So it isn't just, hey, they did buy, they didn't do, like on Actionetics, where it gives you some of that information. It's a true, full, robust CRM and more, right? What's their birthday, and automatically sends them out stuff and everything, and just so much more. Like, it's built in, right? And so from that, the next part is a membership site. A membership site, which are pre-built. So you can pick a flow and feel of a membership site and be like, hey, do I like this one? No. Do I like this one? No. Do I like this one? Yeah, I like this one. I like the color, the feel, the way that it works, all this stuff. And it's just built for you. And it's a membership area where people can be your members, whether you have a monthly service that you charge them, whether you want to start charging them a monthly service so you want them to be engaged and involved with you, whether you just have something you want them to be able to log in to access every time you want them to get this thing, and they can always access it here. And then you could put different type of data in there so you can upsell them different things, or get them plugged into different things, or help them move forward in your customer service pipeline to buy other different things from you, right? Which in reality, you're just helping serve them better for what they want and what they need. It's a members area where they feel special because they're a part of a membership, right? That they only get for being a member of your thing, your business, right? That's what a membership area does, and that's normally a whole nother software as well. And with Clickfunnels, it's built in with your CRM, client relationship management tool, built in with your automated webinars, built in with your lead capture pages, your opt-in pages, your sales funnels, your upsell pages, your one-time offers, your giveaways, your everything that you make within there, your reverse squeeze pages and all that. It's built in with your Actionetics, autoresponder sequences, and follow-up funnels, and fortune in the follow-up campaigns. It's built in with your affiliate backpack software to auto pay out to others, so that you can even create more deals within there that pay out to others or pay to you, or however. It's built in, all in one, built in, one login, one website that does everything for you, with you, helping you, training you. And they give you a bunch of free training, just a ton of free bunch of training all the time, so you can just get your fix and learn and do and grow your income, your money machine, your business, for yourself, for your life, for your dreams, for your family, for the things it is you desire, you want most in your life. And utilizing these different tools in your business will completely transform the way that you work. And doing that in combination with the beginning of testing, generating database, generating traffic to grow your database from testing to build a winning ad, which then takes them off of Facebook, off of Google, off of YouTube, off of Instagram, into your world. And then you use these opt-in pages, sales pages, funnels, upsells, downsells, webinars, automated affiliate payouts that you can even choose to pay them. Hey, you know what? By buying this, I'll let you now sell this to other people and you'll earn this much on it. And then have the autoresponders, follow-up funnels, continuously engage them, your CRM to know what, where, how, when, and who, and your membership site for them to be a part of you and your business and your whole culture and your brand. And so all these different things you can build a big business with. And even if you're looking to build a business where it isn't large, but you want it to be well established, it'll help you do that easier. So on the side, or even if it's your only thing that you do because you don't want to work much, but it works for you, and you have a steady job that you do for yourself, of a steady income that you build for yourself, this will help you build that. And then if and you ever want to, or when you are ready to build it big, it'll help you build it big. And for everybody who wants to build it big now, you can build it big now. And that's what it does for you and your business, is it helps you make money by helping you help others, and you make a living helping others making a living. And that's the core root concept, is helping others making a living, helping others making a living, because your product, thing, service does something for the betterment of their life. It makes them better, it makes them happy, it makes them money, it makes them one of those things, right? When people buy something, they get fulfilled in some way or another, right? Whether it makes them money, whether it makes them better, or whether it makes them happy, because retail therapy is real. Sometimes people just buy it just because I want it. I like it. I want it. It's mine. It's coming. Look, I got it. It's just tight, right? That's it, you know? And so your you that you offer to the world benefits them in some way, somehow or another. And you utilizing these sciences help you do what you want to do in the world, with the world, for the world, most importantly, for your dreams, for your desires, for your family, for whatever it is you want. So if you're ready to go ahead and start and build your empire, your side business, or your large conglomerate business that you want to do, go ahead and click on the link in this post and start your 14-day free trial. Now, if you already have Clickfunnels, or if you want to take it to the next level, whether you already have Clickfunnels or not, click on the link in this post for the 30-day challenge, the One Funnel Away 30-day challenge. And by clicking on the link for the One Funnel Away 30-day challenge, it's gonna take you to this page from Clickfunnels where, yes, they charge you $100 is all they ask for you. But what they do is they give you great training day by day, directly from the gentleman, the man, the myth, the living legend, Russell Brunson, who built his company to over $300 million in under 3 years. 300 million. They train you, they teach you, and they also have built over 595 millionaires. In 3 years, through people using Clickfunnels, they've built 595 millionaires. 595 people became millionaires using Clickfunnels. And from that, you can too. And from that, the One Funnel Away challenge shows you what they show them, because they have what's called a 2 Comma Club X category and a 2 Comma Club. The 2 Comma Club, we all know what a comma club is. You get paid more than $1,000 and you're like, I got paid. I got a check with a comma in it, right? Now, when you get 2 commas in your checks, or in your bank account, that means you have over $1 million. And so everybody who has made over $1 million with Clickfunnels, they are now part of the 2 comma club. They give them this plaque for earning over $1 million through Clickfunnels. Now, once you've earned over $10 million, they give you a plaque with an X on it for the Roman numeral 10, because you've now earned over $10 million with Clickfunnels. And they have coaches that are called 2 comma club coaches and 2 comma club X coaches, where they actually teach and train people how to become millionaires, teach and train people how to become multi-millionaires. And this is the amount of money they generated in 1 year. So in 1 year, they made over $1 million. In 1 year, they made over 10 million. They coach and train people how to do that. And these same coaches and trainers teach you how to do that during the One Funnel Away challenge, during this 30-day challenge. And the reason why it's called that is because after those 30 days are up, it's gone. That content is gone, right? What's even better about it is, on top of that, what you get to access forever are 30 of their top millionaires who've already done it with Clickfunnels. They interviewed them, and they got 2 interviews from them. One is an interview just like this, where it's, one person asking them a question, and they just tell you, hey, if I lost it all, if I lost everything in my business, all the millions I made, and I got to start all over again from scratch, from zero, here's what I would do this time around. Blueprint, day by day, here's what I would do. And imagine learning from them and them teaching you their blueprints. And they're in different industries, whether it's health, wellness, real estate, food, coaching, marketing services, whatever it is. They have different things of how they built their business, and now they're teaching that to you. So that now you learn, hey, this is the way that I would do it, because that's how they just said they've done it. And if they had to start all over again, and instead of going through all the trials and tribulations, they'd start doing this. That's huge. And you get to access that for free forever after that. And normally people charge $1,000 or more to train you and teach you that, and they give it to you. And they give it to you from 30 different millionaires. That's huge. And you get to access that forever. Right? That's not even the 30-day challenge. The 30-day challenge is the actual training directly from the coaches who coach them how to make millions. That's what you get. And then what you'll always access is their interviews, and then they actually have a second video where they go behind the scenes and they show you how they build their funnels. They show you how they build their funnels, what it looks like. Hey, on page 1, here's what I tell people. Here's what I show people. Here's what my website looks like. Here's why I did this, why I did that, why I put this button there, why I did that color, why I put it on that side, on the bottom, or what I did, right? Why I did this type of upsell. Now on the next page, when they go to that, here's what's on the next page, what it looks like, what it does, what it says, why I did this color, why I put that button there, why I give this terminology and mind frame, right? Why I did that. Imagine someone just let you behind the closed doors to their business and said, here's how I make money. Now you can too. It's a big deal. And that's what you get with the One Funnel Away challenge. That's a big deal. And you get to access that forever. And on top of that, what you get to access, or what they give you, is they give you a box. So you get a physical, tangible goods box with a book of their interviews that's detailed. So the videos they explain and they show to you, and there may be things they didn't completely go over, like all the way through 100% on certain things. But in the book, they wrote down detailistic. So you can always refer back to it I like that person's strategy the best, how they showed me on video. Now I got the book and I can dissect it and really build my business and blow it up, because that's the industry, the niche, the way I want to do it, right? That's huge value. And more that you get within the One Funnel Away Challenge. And they give you all that, which normally people pay thousands of dollars for, and you get it just for $100. And they have an affiliate program that just for referring one other person who also pays the same $100 and gets all that value and more, they give you 100% of that $100. So it becomes free for you. Becomes free for you. You refer one person, you paid $100 for one person, they give you the $100 that person paid. And now it's free for you. You referred 2 people, you now made $100 profit. It's free for you. You had all the value in there and more, and you made $100. Imagine you referred more than 2 people. How much money can you make? For helping people get value, and you get tons of value, and they help you make money outside of doing the actual challenge for your own business. They help you make money. That is huge. And why do they do that? Is because they're looking at the end result of having someone use Clickfunnels. They just want someone to use Clickfunnels. That's what they want. Someone using Clickfunnels. And that's their goal. So if you're ready to start the One Funnel Away Challenge and grow your business and start making money with the challenge, before the challenge and after the challenge, to really learn how to blow up your business from millionaires using Clickfunnels right now, and coaches training other millionaires right now so that they can help you grow your business, go ahead and click on the link in this video, in this post, and click on the link for the 30-day challenge, the One Funnel Away Challenge, and get started right now. And if you want to, go ahead and just get your 14-day free trial with Clickfunnels. You can click on that link as well. Now, here's the great thing. If you don't have Clickfunnels already, you can go ahead and click on the link through the One Funnel Away Challenge, and through that, you're gonna open up your Clickfunnels account anyways. So you might as well start off with the One Funnel Away Challenge, and from that, get immersed with all the information and goodness that they're gonna give you off the bat. Then you just open up your Clickfunnels account through the One Funnel Away Challenge, and then from that, you're already ahead of the game because you're in the One Funnel Away Challenge, and you have your Clickfunnels account, and you're starting it with the One Funnel Away Challenge. So if you're ready, just go ahead and start. Click on that link in this post, in this video. And even if you're not ready, then more power to you. You need to take the jump, and you need to go ahead and click on this, because once you take that jump and you build your wings on the way down, that's where you learn how to fly. So go ahead and click on the link in this video, in this post, and join the One Funnel Away Challenge. We're giving you a bunch of different bonuses for being a part of the Working Entrepreneurs group, for being part of coming through this channel. And from that, we're gonna give you bonuses that you'll only receive through here. And just go ahead and message me, post it, comment, because I'll be able to see who's coming in, but just to know what channel you came from, that way I know I'm giving you Working Entrepreneurs YouTube specific bonuses that you'll be getting, right? Because I have other paid things where I'm not doing that with, where it's just, hey, boom, to the challenge, right? And I just see the information, but that way I know you came through these channels, right? As appreciation, love back towards you. I'm gonna give you extra bonuses on top of it, where I'm gonna preload your funnel, your account with funnels, pre-made funnels, proven funnels, working funnels, funnels that make me money. I'm gonna give them to you. You can just plug and play whatever you want, change in there, or you can just leave them the way they are and they work for you. And I'm gonna show you other different things that I've done, where I'm gonna give you specific videos. Hey, I did this, it made me money. And that's what I'm gonna give you inside of there as well on top of that. And we're going to have a private session, group coaching call, where we as a group are gonna get on here and do live where you guys are asking questions and we're coming back and forth and you're doing this and we help you move along with it. And I'm actually gonna help you prepare for things within the One Funnel Away Challenge. That's gonna be another huge thing, that everybody who joins, you don't know what's on the next training. So it'll catch you off guard, right? And you'll be like, oh shit, right? And it's pretty like workable, consumable stuff, things to do. But if you're ahead of the curve, it helps you even better. So I'm gonna help prepare you, hey, tomorrow, here's what the training's gonna be about. You should get ready with this kind of thing, right? So that way, just even mentally, you're like, all right, you know what I mean? And it helps you just be better during the One Funnel Away Challenge. So I'm gonna help you max out the One Funnel Away Challenge for you and your business. So those are bonuses that I am giving you guys, that you guys get just on top of that, just as appreciation, love back to you for being a part of the Working Entrepreneurs group, the Driven Latino group, if you're coming from that as well, and this YouTube channel, because I have other paid sources where I'm not offering that from, and other just things I'm doing where I'm not offering that from. And if you're coming through here just as appreciation, love to you, I'm gonna give you those bonuses. Preload your account with built funnels, proven funnels, paid funnels. I'm gonna give you strategies that already made me money and are making me money. And I'm gonna help and guide you through the actual One Funnel Away Challenge so you can be ahead of the game and actually blow up your business even better on top of what they're already showing you, so you can be prepared for the next thing to just do it even better on top of everything that they give you with the 30 millionaires that coach and train you, the actual owner of the business who built it, the $300 million, and the 2 Comma Club ex-coaches coaching and training you, and everything how they show you of the science, the wizardry of building funnels to blow up your business. So if you're not ready, go ahead and click on the One Funnel Away Challenge link in this video and go ahead and get started now. And if you are ready, more power to you. Look forward to seeing all of you on the inside. Click on the page of the link for the One Funnel Away Challenge and go ahead and get started and get your business going, growing, and changing lives because of it, and changing your life because of it. Click on the link for the One Funnel Away Challenge now. See you on the inside.